Remember, it's not about what you do, it's always about how you do it. Hi, I'm HC, and watching this video until the end will help you understand yourself deeper than you understand it now. Stay tuned. To confront someone is not always a simple thing to do. Most of us would rather avoid confrontation and continue to live on with our lives in hopes that tumultuous situations would simply disappear. Unfortunately, it is not the case for most situations that truly matter to you. Knowing how to confront others will help you develop a better understanding of people and, more essentially, help develop a steadier understanding of yourself. Knowing how to confront others will also help build character because confrontation allows you to come to terms with issues occupying your heart and your mind. In contrast, avoiding all confrontation encourages a recluse life void of deep-rooted relationships and potential life lessons, which are essential to your growth and to your prosperity on your path to fulfillment. This is why knowing how to confront people is such an important factor on the journey of you becoming your best you. So, without further ado, here are the steps on how to confront people. Step 1. Avoid prejudice. Being prejudiced in this context means to assume that you know and understand a person's intentions before confronting them. However, holding a preconceived idea of how a person is going to receive the information or how they will react to the information to be presented only creates distress and further clouds your judgment. Also, having prejudicial thoughts about one's character may misconstrue the nature of the confrontation altogether. When you are going to confront someone, always do so with a clear mind, therefore leaving out any room for a lapse of judgment. Having prejudice could also include you feeling negatively about a person because of something you may have heard, or something you already believe or hold in your heart. It is important to act independent of prejudice because doing so encourages the potential for positive outcomes. When you confront someone about something dear to you, you want it to be exactly for the issue that is on your mind, because only when an issue is known and clearly understood can the potential for a solution exist. Having a prejudice is likely to circumvent the actual issue and encourage the manifestation of more issues, since those prejudices are heavy on your heart and inhabit your mind. Always move forward with a clear mind. Step 2. Be honest. Always be honest. As they say, honesty is the best policy. To be honest in this context means to clearly state how you feel. This means to be honest with others when addressing a situation, but also to be honest with yourself and your feelings about why the situation needs to be addressed in the first place, of course. Honesty will encourage honesty, and when you are honest with yourself, it is much less challenging to be honest with others. We are often afraid to be too honest because the reaction might cause a rupture in the relationship. But always remember, you cannot lose a connection that was never truly there. Being honest means to be transparent about the impact of a situation on your mind and on your emotions. Only when a person has the opportunity to truly understand your position can the potential to solve an issue arise. If the person doesn't really understand the nature of the confrontation, it is much easier for it to be misconstrued or for more issues to arise. Always remember, everyone sees life through a different scope. What is common sense to you could be nonsense to another. We cannot avoid all situations from being misunderstood. However, being honest and clear about the reason of a confrontation gives the opportunity for much less to be misinterpreted. Step 3. Do not react emotionally. Reacting emotionally encourages emotional reactions that are often not fully thought through. When you react emotionally, you give room for misinterpretation of the nature of your confrontation. Let's say you want to confront a friend for saying something that you felt was out of line. Knowing that the situation hurt your ego or simply affected your emotions negatively, reacting in an emotional way will likely cause for disrespect from your part, even if that isn't your intention. In that scenario, even if you are doing the right thing by speaking up for yourself, you become the person in the wrong. Always remember, it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. Sometimes, you can be completely right about a situation, but how you react causes you to be wrong. Be calm, process the information, and then act. Step 4. Check in with yourself. To check in with yourself means to take the time to organize your thoughts and feelings prior to confronting an issue. Basically put, confront yourself before you confront someone else. It is often the case that we are fighting inner battles and we project those battles onto our peers. Therefore, ask yourself, is a confrontation truly necessary? Why do you feel that it is justified for you to address the issue? How do you really feel about the issue? Or how do you feel about the person or people involved? Really? Is it your ego that is hurt? Are you defending your pride? What is there to gain or to understand from a confrontation taking place? Is it in accordance with your morals, values, and your principles? Always remember, in order to face someone, you must face yourself first. Step 5. Be humble. As they say, a little humility goes a long way. This simply means to acknowledge your missteps or limitations and to be open to other viewpoints and ideas, keeping the greater good or the outcome of the confrontation in perspective. Being humble also means to appreciate the value of all things, including other people, in spite of differences. This not only means to approach the situation humbly, but it also means to keep a humble demeanor throughout the confrontation, despite your feelings of being right or wrong. Always remember, the solution should not be worse than the problem. A humble approach to a confrontation is submitting to the understanding that another person's ideas or way of thinking is probably not parallel with yours, but it is the willingness to open your mind and soften your heart to arrive at an optimal solution. Humility is a very important step because it creates a bridge of communication, and more importantly, humility begets respect. Step 6. Love yourself. To love yourself means to accept that it is okay to have feelings. Your feelings matter. When you act out of love, sound solutions are easily made possible, and it is much easier to recognize when another person isn't acting out of love. With love for yourself, you consequently avoid things that are not of love, and think twice before putting yourself in situations that do not respect the love that you have for yourself. Self-love encourages inner peace, and once inner peace is achieved, outer peace is made possible. With love for yourself, it is much easier to love someone else, in spite of your differences. Because, as they say, all is made possible through love. It's okay to have differences. Through differences, relationships are better understood, and therefore strengthened, like a diamond that is made and strengthened through pressure. In all circumstances and confrontations, allow love to be an ingredient. And always remember, as long as you have life, growth is possible. So that's it, Howell family. Those are the 6 steps on how to confront people and to start moving forward today. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. You are appreciated. Post a comment below to let people know how confronting issues has helped you on your journey. Like and share this video, and consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. I will see you here next time on Howell Consultations, the how-to being true to you.